Hey, what's up everybody, it's Metro Game 75 here. Today we're playing Sakura Succubus 3 Part 7. Let's get started. It doesn't look like the sun ever rises in the Succubus realm. It was pitch black when I first awoke here, and it's still black now. I mean, it's a pretty much dark place. You can see like the moon present. It kind of matches my current mood, if I'm being quite honest. Dark mood. I'm trapped here in a strange environment, and I'm afraid there's no way for me to get back home. What will I do about my job? What will my parents say when they find out I've gone missing? Then I need to worry about the rent too. Well, I know time passes differently here than it does in the human world. It's only been 10 years since last I saw Yui, but she told me it felt more like a century. A century? I mean, 10 years is not. 10 years is literally one decade. Let me say. Yeah, it's 1 decade. I don't know how to work out the exact math with a calculator. I've never been the best at mental arithmetic. But I've been here for, let's say, 6 hours. Only a fraction of that will have passed in the human world. I feel like I've been here for a long time, but in actuality, it must have been about 10 minutes or so. That's not enough time for anybody to notice I've gone missing. That gives me a bit of leeway. Never heard of that before. It shouldn't matter too much if I stay here for a few days or even a few weeks. But I don't want to stay here for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's even worse. At least I don't think so. I think I do. Do I? I mean, stay with Yui. I mean, we can stay with Yui, but the thing is that we can't stay in this place for like a very long time. But on the other hand, we're going to stay with Yui. I'm in a pretty difficult situation, but it's not the end of the world. I am happy I was able to meet Yuki again. And I'm happy to see she seems to love me just as much, if not more, as she always did. The Succubus realm is a strange, unnerving place. But being with Yui brightens it considerably. It would be a lie if I said I wasn't anxious, but I might be able to get used to this. It could definitely be worse. Maybe I should just look at this as a break from work. I was starting to get pretty burnt out. Still, I look up at the ceiling, my brow furrowed. I should probably find some way to pass the time. Maybe I should go for a walk. I wonder how that's gonna go. Ah, the hallway. I meander aimlessly up and down the expansive hallways of Yui's palace. I passed numerous wooden doors along the way, but when I tried their handles, I discovered most of them are locked. I really do have to wonder what's behind all these doors. Maybe it's meant to be a secret? If Yui knew what I was doing, would she scold me? I don't want her to treat me as she did Marina, though I doubt she'd ever be that cruel to me. She seems to love me so too much. It's precisely because of that obsessive love of hers that I found myself in this situation. Jeez, this place is huge. I feel like I've been walking for hours, but I've yet to find the entrance of this palace. The hallway seems to repeat themselves over and over again, like a tessellating pattern. In fact, I think I might be right back where I started. Maybe Yui cast some kind of spell on this place. She's canny. She must have known I tried to escape. This is impossible. I sigh. I pass a few Succubi during my stroll. They have horns and wings and they're wearing Scooby costumes which could pass as maid outfits. I wonder if they're Yui's servants. They shoot me curious looks, giggling among themselves, like I'm some sort of specimen, a frog in a jar, but they don't try to approach me. Specimen. When I greet one of them, she turns about on her heels and marches off down the hall in the opposite direction. I guess Yui must have given her maids strict orders not to interact with me on pain of death. She's awfully controlling. It'd be nice if I could talk to somebody, but none of the succubi here dare to look me in the eye. I feel trapped, desperate now. I cross the hallway and stare out the window. The sky is, as expected, is still inky black. The succubus realm's kind of depressing, huh? It's no wonder so many of them prefer staying in the human world. This place feels so sterile. It's kind of like a hospital, though I don't think many hospitals sport plush, wine, red carpets, or gilded chandeliers. I'll amend my previous statement. A very eccentric, gothic sort of hospital. I lean my elbow upon the windowsill and glance down. There's some sort of courtyard below, with a stone fountain and a few trees. There's bushes of red roses, all carefully cultivated, and what I think might be foxgloves? Foxgloves, too? Or hiatus? A few benches are set up about the fountain, perhaps for open-air meals, picnics, and like. It's quite scenic. Actually, it looks like the sort of spot a couple might go to relax. The scenery isn't the most important thing about this courtyard. However, it's the people that populate it. I recognize them. That girl with the short, choppy hair tied back into a stubby pigtail could only be Cosmos, and I'd recognize Ayui's distinctive orange pigtails from a mile off. They're all there, Cosmos, Ayui, Hifumi, and Marina. Well, I say they're all there, but Hazel's conspicuously absent. I have no idea where she is, but maybe that's a good thing. Perhaps Yui spared her wrath, and she was allowed to remain in the human realm. I don't know the precise details right now. I feel like I don't know very much at all, but I think talking to these four succubi might help clear matters up. If anybody knows a way to escape from this place, I'm sure they will. Luck might be on my side after all. I hope so. It takes a little while for me to figure out how to get into the courtyard. This palace is a new town to me, and the layout is strange and confusing, almost maze-like. I get lost on several occasions, I run into dead ends frequently, and no matter how I search, I can't find a door that leads outside. I tried to ask a few of Yui's maids for advice, but they're not very helpful. Afraid I think of potential retribution. Should they show me any kindness, they all turn a tail and flee. It'd be nice if I had at least one ally in this place. But maybe it's that selfish. I'm sure Ayu, Cosmos, Hifumi, Hazel, and Marina will help me. I just need to find them first. I grow more and more frustrated with each passing minute, but I don't give up. I continue my search stubbornly, obstinately, until finally, thank goodness, I reach my destination. I'm standing outside at long last. I'm free, not. This corridor is fringed on all sides by wings of Yui's mansion. I might be even more trapped in this isolated square of space than I was inside. It does make for a nice change of pace, though. The heavy black sky which looms above my head is unsettling, but I try not to pay it too much mind. I'm more focused on neatly planted flower beds and the sound of crystalline water splashing against the basket of stone fountain. Though I'm outside, I can't feel any breeze at all. My hair and my clothes remain undisturbed and untouched. Perhaps there is no breeze in the succubus realm. That'll take some getting used to. Cosmos, Ayu, Hifumi, and Marina are all sitting by the fountain. They're all wearing their succubi, which might be expected, given the circumstances. Pointed horns protrude from their heads, and their wings furl against their thighs. It's a little unusual seeing all four of them dressed like this. They generally assume their human forms when they're around me. I've seen all four of them attired like this before, but never all four of them at once. Though we're standing outside, those wings take up quite a bit of space. I wonder if they can actually fly with those wings. They don't seem quite big enough for it. Or maybe they're just for show? But there are more important things to think about now. Oh jeez, look at this. Wait, who's this again? Marina seems to have recovered after the humiliation she suffered earlier in the day. Her hair is neat and pristine once more. Her succubus attire in place. She looks the same as always, save for expression on her face. It's positively thunderous. I can't believe it. Marina's fingers clench. Her tail flicks discontentedly. How could Yui treat me like that when I am older than she is? Has she not heard of respecting one's elders? Respect your elders? So you're admitting you're old, are you? That's a first. Amy, please. If Fumi shoots Ayu a warning look, you're not helping the situation. Can you not see that Marina is upset? Of course I can. I do have functioning eyes, you know. Ayu pouts. Don't presume to treat me like a stupid child because I'm a bit younger than you. Perhaps you wouldn't get treated like a stupid child if you didn't insist on acting like one. Oh, why you? Ayu takes a step back. She grits her teeth together. Don't try and take that high and mighty tone with me. You're in no position to act like you're in charge. Don't you know it's that arrogance of yours that upsets Lady Yui? She can see, as I do, that you think you're better than all of us because you're older than we are. You might be our superior in terms of sheer years, but you're not the ruler of the realm. No matter how highly you hold yourself, you always are superior here, and you ought to abide by her rules if you don't want to be punished by yet again. Do you think I know that? Yui made that very plain. I'm still covered in bruises. If you ask me, you deserve it. You need to be taken down a peg every once in a while. You know your place, Marina. You're really not all that special. Why you? Come on, everybody. Let's not argue. We're all friends here, aren't we? No way, I wouldn't be friends with a saggy old woman like Marina if you paid me. The feelings is quite mutual. You conniving turncoat. Okay. I can't believe you would support Yui's decision in this sorry affair when I have done so very much for you over the years. It is because of my connections you were able to break into the idol industry. Don't forget. Show a bit more gratitude. But of course, my dear older sister, I am very, very grateful for your continued instruction. It is so nice and thoughtful of you to take time from your busy schedule to mock me, belittle me, insult me, and spake me over the smallest of mishaps. Truly, you are a paragon of virtue. Not. Ayu pulls a face. I think she might spit on the ground. We're not that. And we're that not a distinctly Eilish thing to do. We might be in the Succubus room now, but Ayu still takes her role as an idol very seriously. She's a true workaholic. You might have done more for me. Yui has, Marina, but you're an interfering busybody with God complex to boot. You're only upset right now because you can't stand to admit that, despite all your posturing, you're not the one in charge. Lady Yui's our ruler, and we all must obey her commands. That's simply how it is. The sooner you get that through your head, the better. I hate to kick you while you are down, Marina, but Ayu is right on that score. If you didn't cheek Lady Yui so much, she would not have been so hard on you. That's right, she scolded me about my relationships with Hiroki too, but she didn't slap me or step on me. I just looked at her, all big, wide eyes, and said, I'm terribly sorry for your upsetting you, Lady Yui. I did not understand my relationship with that boy had caused you so much pain. If I had been aware of your relationships, certainly I would not have spent so much time with him. Please, may you find it in your heart to forgive me. Ayu claps her hands to her front and bat her eyelashes. She looks very winsome and endearing, but I know Ayu well enough that I can see right through his charade, as can Marina. The older succubus rolled her eyes. Oh, please. I know that's not what you really think. Of course it isn't what I really think, but sometimes we have to tell teeny tiny white lies to protect ourselves. If you knew how to bow and scrape and put on a front, Lady Yui would be much more inclined to forgive you. So, you want me to act like a suck-up and scythophant? Marina rolls her eyes. No, thank you. I would rather die than act as sweetly submissive as you do. I am a woman of principles. I think it is important to stick to them no matter how hard the situation. I won't renounce my love for Hiroki, no matter what Yui does to me, and I certainly won't apologize for it like you did, Ayu. I refuse. That is very brave of you, my dear older sister, but if you keep acting like this, stubborn, Lady Yui will punish you. We don't know how long she'll make us stay here. Surely it's better to try and keep on her good side. If you don't, Ayu draws her index finger across her throat in a swift and mincing motion. Your life won't be worth living. Maria flinches. She must understand the truth behind Ayu's words, even if she doesn't want to because she bows her head. I don't want Yui to punish me like that ever again. It was painful, though I tried to tell myself otherwise, and it was humiliating too. I can't bear to be treated in such a manner again, but I don't want to stop loving Hiroki either. I can't stop feeling the way I do because Yui has commanded me to. Hearts don't work that way. I know, Marina. I understand too. This is a difficult situation for all of us. I am very fond of Hiroki myself. He is quite unlike the other human men I have known. He is dear, sweet, and kind, but Lady Yui has her sights set upon him. We cannot disobey her wishes. If we do, she will rain retribution down upon our heads. It is better to be circumspected, as Yui said. We need to learn how to hide our feelings. That is the only way we'll ever earn Lady Yui's forgiveness. But I don't want her forgiveness. I don't need it. I would far rather stay with Hiroki. I love him. Don't you feel the same way? Well, Ai glances away, blushes, and toys with her hair. It'd be a lie if I said I didn't like that boy. Foolish though he is, he can be quite an amusing companion at times, and toying with him is a good deal of fun. I don't really care on one way or the other, but if I had to choose between a life with Hiroki and one without him, I think I would rather be with him, as would I. I have been so busy with work these last few weeks, I've narrowly had a chance to speak to him. As a result, I felt rather lonely. Oh, what would I give to see his cute, sleeping face again. For me, there is no honor greater than letting him use my thigh as a pillow. You baby him too much, you fool. He's a grown man, and he needs to be treated as such. Fortunately, I'm no softy. If he were here, I'd whip him into shape. But he isn't here. He's in the Succubus realm, but we're not allowed to speak with him. That is quite the quandary. Yes, poor Hiroki. Ayu scuffs the ground with the tip of her shoe. I don't envy him being the object of Yui's affections. She's so single-minded. When she wants something, she does anything within her power to take it. I wonder if he'll be alright. The three Succubus sisters share a sad melancholic sigh among themselves. They look so maudlin. My heart aches in sympathy for them. I can't stand in the shadows a second longer. I miss them too, and I want to talk to them. Hey, you guys. Hiroki? Cosmos, who was very quiet during the previous conversation, is the first to notice me. She extricates herself from the other three Succubi and dashes towards me, her very stubborn ponytail bobbing with every step. Hiroki, is that you? It's me, in the flesh, I promise. I'm not a hallucinating or mirage. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. I was afraid Yui would lock you up in her room and throw away the key. That's the sort of thing she might do. She's scary. She sure is. Yeah, she kinda is scary. Yeah, I'll kick her. Anyway, it's nice to see you too, Cosmos. All of you. I miss you. I ruffled the top of Cosmos' head, then look about the other 3 Succubi standing by the fountain. And based on what I overheard, it sounds like you miss me too. Huh? Ayu's eyes widen to comic proportions. She takes a step back, holding one hand up to her face and cries out, "What are you talking about? It's not like I miss you or anything, you idiot." Ah, the tsundere, yes, the voice. The sound of this text. I really don't care about you all that much. You're nothing but a cameraman to me. Since you don't have your camera with you right now, you're totally worthless. But bruh, really? Now? Is that so? I smiled. How funny. You were singing in a different tune just 5 seconds ago, but maybe I misunderstood. Is there another way to construe I want to be with him that I'm too stupid to fully understand? Why, you? Ayu plants her hand on her hips, her tail twitching indignantly. She looks utterly pissed, but her outrage is softened somewhat by the heavy blush that adorns her cheeks. Her face is almost as red as her skin-tight succubus outfit. You shouldn't have been listening to our conversation in the first place. Stupid! Eavesdropping is a crime. I should have you executed for that. Off with your head. Off with your head. A beheading, huh? That's a pretty rough sentence. I guess I'm lucky Yui is the one who rules over the succubus realm, not you. If you want to kill me, you'll have to appeal to Yui first, but I have a sneaking suspicion she'll overrule you. She seems pretty fond of me. She is very fond of you. She loves you. I thought you were my boyfriend, but Cosmo grips my arm with her own and peers up at me, her eyes large and misty. She said you were her boyfriend. First, a long time ago. Is that true? Cosmos. My expression softens. Teasing Ayu all the way and good. All well and good. I recommend it. In fact, studies have shown it is very beneficial for one's mental health, but I'm not sure how to deal with Cosmos. She's utterly heartbroken. I know it's foolish, as I met Yui a decade before Cosmos, but I can't shake the niggling feeling that I've cheated on her. At very least, news of my relationships with Yui has hurt her feelings. I'm sorry, but it is true. Yui was my very first girlfriend when I was back in high school. I didn't know she was called Yui then, though, or that she was a succubus. I thought she was a normal human girl. She called herself Yuki. So it is true. Cosmos sighs. Did you love her a lot? At the time I did. I'm a bit conflicted about it now, though. It's been a while since I last saw her. Things are different. So you don't want to be her boyfriend again? I wouldn't oppose the idea. I can't be her boyfriend. Oh no, she's angry. What am I going to pick? What am I going to pick now? I just don't know. I mean, she's our very first one in high school. Well, that's pretty true. I wouldn't oppose the idea. If she wants me to be her boyfriend again, I wouldn't be opposed to it. A lot of the time has passed. Yui's a bit different than how I remember her, but she's still very pretty. I think she might be good too for a guy like me, actually. Maybe that's why I feel so conflicted. Oh, right. I see. Cosmos sighs. I was afraid of that. I want to be my boyfriend and mine alone, but I shouldn't be possessive. Then I wouldn't be just as bad as Yui. I don't want to make you feel guilty. You can't help how you feel. That's something you taught me, Hiroki. If you like Lady Yui and she likes you, I should be happy for you. This news makes me smile, but I don't really get it. But my heart, it hurts. Why are my eyes so wet? They're wet cause you sad dummy. Sad, but why? Hiroki isn't hurt. He doesn't seem upset. In fact, he seems happy to be here. Shouldn't I be happy for his sake? Oh please. Ayu scuffs. Only a saint will be able to watch on, smiling as her boyfriend is stolen away from underneath their noses. Luckily for you, you're not a saint but a succubus, and you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be angry. As a matter of fact, I'm more than just angry about all of this. I'm pissed off. Why? What's wrong, you? What's wrong? All your powers in me. A look of disbelief on her face. Do you really have to ask me that? Shouldn't it be obvious? The four of us have been sat out in here in the cold, freezing our butts off, worried about you. You're acting like nothing's wrong. It's almost like you're enjoying this. How could you stand here smiling after Yui kidnapped you? There's a lot to take in. It's true. But it's not like she's a stranger. She was my first ever girlfriend. It's complicated. Sure, she might be your first, but we're your partners too. Don't you care about us any? How about our feelings? Don't tell me you've given up on us already. What? Of course I haven't. I'm still your cameraman. I'm still Marina's darling and Fumi's husband too. That won't change no matter what happens. I still like all of you, and I won't stop caring for you. I just hope you don't stop caring for me. Oh, Hiroki. Uh-oh. Maria's eyes are starting to look misty. She brushes aside a few tears with the back of her arm. Law offers me a smile. You really are a gentleman. Yes, indeed. You would make a wonderful husband. Now I feel ashamed for telling Lady Yui I have no interest in you. I thought it's the best way to calm her nerves, but perhaps I should have held strong just like Marina did. She persisted in her love for you, and she was punished horribly. I knew that would happen. So obfuscated my true emotions. I wasn't honest. It's not my proudest moment. Oh my gosh. It's not your proudest moment. Oh man. Ifumi presses her hands against her front and offers me a deep, reverent bow. I only hope you can forgive me for this grave folly, my dear husband. If I have displeased you, you may scold me however you like. It's fine, Hifumi. You don't need to feel guilty. You only said what you felt you ought to protect yourself. I don't blame you after speaking up to Yui. She's very forceful. Yes, indeed. She is far too forceful. Jealous, too. It's a horrible combination. Well, it sure is. And this is the end of today's video. So, thank you everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.